Good morning and welcome to the Sunday service. This morning we're going to practice loving kindness meditation. After the meditation, Reverend Chandasara is going to give a Dhamma talk. After Dhamma talk, question and answer and chanting. And now Reverend Chandasara is going to start loving kindness meditation.
Good morning to everyone. Let's relax our mind and body. Be seated in a comfortable upright posture. Just focus on breathing in and breathing out as they naturally occur. Just observe inhalation and exhalation as they naturally occur for a couple of minutes. Now, shall we spread loving kindness thoughts to all the living beings in this way? May all the living beings be physically well. May all the living beings, including me, be safe. May all the living beings, including me, be mentally well. We shall continue loving kindness meditation in this way until we hear the bell sound.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now it's time for the Dhamma talk. Reverend Chandasara is going to start his Dhamma talk.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Deva bhutassapi upakarani punyani manusa bhutassapi upakarani punyani pabbajitasapi upakarani punyani. Paying homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Good morning to audience. I'm giving talk only on audio because I'm not feeling well. I'm having cold a little bit, so you will hear only my voice. I recited this particular Pali stanza from a discourse from the early Buddhist text called the Sumana Sutta, a discourse given to the princess Sumana. And in this sutta, this is the Pali stanza or the statement made by the princess Sumana. She finally talked in front of the Buddha, saying that even the heavenly beings and the human beings and also even the monks or monastics, this is related to the Buddhist monks, even the monastics, they all need punya, that is the merits or meritorious deeds. So although this particular sermon or the discourse is targeting to Buddhist audience, but the punya, the necessity of punya is to everybody, every human beings, disregarding their religion, ethnicity. And this punya, the meritorious, is a positive energy a person requires to have to enjoy a comfortable life, whether they are in the heaven or whether they're in the human realm. So the punya or meritorious actions, they are the positive energy providing future pleasant, I would say, the results, pleasant results. So I'm going to look at the story that is included in the sutta or in this text to understand the necessary of punya to lead a comfortable and peaceful life as an individual. So that, and when I say punya, the opposite of punya is the papa or the bad results, bad action and bad results. So anyway, like if we're doing good or bad, we are still born as a Buddhist, we believe and we have the concept, we are born, we have the rebirth until we attain the final liberation, we have rebirth. So when either the person is either doing good or bad, they are reborn according to good and bad karma. So but here mentions like rather than doing bad karma and being born in an unpleasant state and suffering a lot, it is better to do good karma and be born in a pleasant place and then enjoy pleasantness. So to elaborate this, I'm going to visit the story in this sutta. So this princess Sumana, she went to visit the Buddha with her friends, about like 500 friends, the princess, other 500 princes, and she asked the Buddha in this way, Venerable Sir, suppose two, two disciples of you having equal faith in you, Samasaddha, and equally virtuous. That means um, leading a morally ethical life. The word leading a virtual life. They both are leading a virtuous life equally. And samapanya, they both are possessing equal wisdom. But one of them is a donor, the other one is not a donor. Means one is practicing giving and the other is not practicing giving. And she wanted to know the different consequences of these two disciples. So she asked, if these two disciples, this if they are after death and born in the heaven, in the next life, after they are born in the heaven, will there be any difference between them? Between them, that is like one is who has practiced giving, and the second one who did not practice giving. And Buddha differentiated the consequences of these two disciples. He says, when they are born, after that, when they are born in the heaven, the one who is giving or who has practiced giving, enjoying maximum heavenly benefits, 5 heavenly benefits. The first one is lifespan. That is the heavenly lifespan, which is of course huge difference with from the human lifespan. So the person who is born in the heaven and who has given, who has practiced giving, he enjoys utmost heaven lifespan. And the second one is the Buddha says the giver enjoys and possessing a beauty, heavenly beauty. The second one, the consequence, the good consequences of giving is that the second one is enjoy heavenly beauty. The third one is sukha, that is happiness, enjoying happiness. This happiness includes both physical and mental happiness. This is the third result. This happiness is in the heaven. So the person enjoys, the giver enjoys heavenly physical and mental happiness at most when compared to the person who did not practice giving. But they both are reborn in the heaven because they practice, they have equally virtuous, the latter equally virtuous life, and also they had both wisdom. That's why they are born in the heaven, but they're differentiated because of the giving, practice of giving. So the fourth result is that the person is enjoying fame, heavenly fame or famous. Thus, even in in the human life, we see celebrities and significant figures. They have so many followers on Facebook, on Instagram. So they have so many followers. They are very famous among the people. With and also this, the person who has practiced giving, he or she would be famous among the heavenly beings in the particular region or in the particular heaven state. And the last one is the says becoming a leader of certain group, maybe becoming leader in the heaven, maybe among different groups of heavenly beings. So uh, this is the last one. The last results of giving is having heavenly leadership, possessing heavenly leadership. And again, um, the Princess Sumana asked the Buddha, suppose they both died or passed away in the heaven, and they are reborn in the human life. What is the difference? Is there any difference between these two disciples? The Buddha said, yes, there is difference. Even after born in a human realm. Again, the Buddha repeated the same 5 benefits the, the person who practice giving enjoy as a human being compared to the one who did not practice giving. Um, so again, giving is also in like producing positive energy that is um, helping us to lead pleasant future life. So that is kind of good positive energy. So the Buddha said, when they're born again as a human being, the one who practice giving, he enjoys utmost human lifespan. Um, uh, so right, when we look at the countries, US and some other countries, we see different lifespan, life expectancy rate, and wherever the person is born, the person enjoys maximum lifespan in the particular region, in the particular country they are born in. So the first consequence is having maximum human lifespan. The second one is having or possessing human beauty. That is handsome, or we say handsome or beauty, whatever. So a person is possessing human beauty. The second one is that the person is enjoying human happiness, physical and mental happiness at maximum level. And the next or the fourth one is the giver enjoys the fame, the popularity, like celebrities and like religious figure, like Pope Francis, they have huge followers. And the last one is a leadership. The last results is the leadership. Leadership can be, that the leader of the temple, the abbot of the temple, or maybe the leader or the owner of the company, or whatever, wherever. So they are leading. They enjoy a position to lead other people. So this is the last consequences if they are reborn as a human being, for the result of giving. And again, the Princess Sumana asked the Buddha, suppose these 2 disciples live the household life and become monks. Is there any difference between them? The Buddha said yes, there is very difference among these 2 uh, individuals, even after they become monks. What is the difference? Usually, Buddhist monastics, their basic requires are robes, jivara, and the alms, that is food. Usually, in the past, monks use lead a life, like monastery lead life based on begging food. So the second one is food. The third one is lodging, and the last one is kind of medicine or herbal medicine kind of things. So the monk who practiced giving in his previous life enjoys more of these basic needs and also benefited with these basic needs because he has donors. He's always receiving invitation to go to the donor's house, or maybe like donors are always donating to this monk all the basic requirements. There is romp, food, lodging, and also the medicine. Everything is taken care of compared to the one who did not practice giving. And the last section, the last consequence or the results of giving, this one of the monk who practiced giving in his previous life enjoying is that it says this monk who has practiced giving in his previous life, he is well respected by his co-residents or other resident monks in the temple, are behaving very, projecting their physical, verbal, and mental behavior in a very pleasant way to this particular monk who has practiced giving in his previous life. So, because the other resident monks, they know this particular monk very well, and also they show respect because this particular monk is leading monastic life, a perfect monastic life. It does not mean the other one who did not practice giving, he also leads a very perfect monastic life, but because of the results of giving, this the monk who practiced giving in his previous life um, is treated very well by other monastic residents because they have been they know the person or the monk is leading a good monastic life, virtuous life, and they have been living maybe for a longer time living with this monk, and they know how good character this monk has. And of course, I want to say one thing in it, when um, you know in terms of association with the we say spiritual um, friend. So this particular monk is respected as a spiritual friend by other co-residents. And when I use the term spiritual friendship, unless we associate long time, we don't know exactly if the person or if the monastic is a real spiritual friend. By outside appearance, we cannot judge the person is leading a spiritual life, because like in our experience, in my experience, I have seen people they only showing like outside the world, the only outer experience showing they're very virtuous, leading a very perfect monastic life, but like in real life they're very hypocrites. So here I would say it's this story is very different from that kind of like hypocrite people. But these two monks, they both are leading a very perfect monastic life, but one is receiving much respect, much good treatment verbally, physically, and like even the co-residents are respecting and having good intention to this particular monk because he has practiced uh, giving in his previous life. And so the final one is very important, and the last one is very important. That is the princess asked the Buddha, so these are the said consequences or results are the results of giving, of practicing giving, and these are the differences these two monks have experience out of. One is one monk experienced much results of giving, and compared to the second monk who did not practice giving. And finally, the princess asked the Buddha, after attaining enlightenment, I'm like, when these two monks, one who practiced giving in his previous life and one who did not practice giving in his previous life, is there any difference when these both monks attain the enlightenment? The Buddha said, only at this stage there is no difference between these two monks. It means the liberation from suffering, the state of liberation from suffering, or I would use the term enlightenment, the position of enlightenment of these two monks is same, no difference. They all both would be someone who have completely eradicated craving, defilements, and they are all completely liberated from suffering. So this story brings or provides insight to think in terms of accruing positive energy while we are leading life as a human being, and also it says only positive energy is not enough to attain or to eradicate suffering. We need virtue, we need to practice virtue, and we have to have wisdom, that is to understand what is right and wrong. So again, when it comes to what is right and wrong, it would be defined differently based on different religion, based on different field of studies. But from the Buddhist perspective, it includes every kind of bad or wrong deeds that is universal. Any intelligent person should understand. They don't have to be Buddhist, like to understand what is good and bad. So a person who understands good, they always try to do good to oneself and then to the others. And the person who doesn't understand what is good and bad always like doing harmful deeds to oneself and to the others. So here, basically, when the Buddhism is using the word wisdom, panya, it usually refers to the right view, samadhi. So the first insight here I wanted to show is that we have to have positive energy. That is, we have to do good things. That is what we call punya or meritorious deeds. How can we do meritorious deeds? We can practice giving. Giving comes in different forms. Like when we teach something, for free to other people, there's also a giving. There's also a meritorious deed. And also giving something, like to the temple, or giving something to the, like, I would say, the different places, like, like orphanage, they all are counted as, meritorious deeds. So as a human being, if you want to remain longer as a human, or, or we want to reborn in the heaven or wherever we want to go after that, and to enjoy maximum, like happiness, enjoyment, comforts, we have to have positive energy, because um, nobody wants to experience unpleasant consequences, or nobody wants to be treated, like or experience like for an example, like we see when we go out of our place, our residence, we can see outside how many people are suffering, and we self how many times we experience suffering due to many, like situation, uncontrollable situation from outside. That's so if we sorry, if we do more good, and if we practice meritorious, if we accrue more meritorious deeds, such as by giving or practicing virtue, um, um, trying to cultivate more wisdom, that is to understand good and bad, and then do only good, trying to avoid bad as much as possible. So we can lead a very, like pleasant life in this life, and as well as in the next life, wherever we go, wherever we are reborn. So, but there is there is an insight from Buddhist, that is, according to Buddhism, we are already born as a human being because we have enough merits. We did enough meritorious deeds in our past life. That's why we are born as a human being, and we have uh, all the audience here. We have, like we have good rational thinking. We have good wisdom to understand what is good for us, what is not good for us. Sorry. So um, we have enough, good enough meritorious merits. That's why we are born as a human being. And if we want to continue as a human being in the next life, or to be born in a heaven, we can practice, giving, and also practice virtue, and also the last one is wisdom, or we call samadhi, the right view. That is also the first of the 8 noble paths. But if we already, like understand, if we want to go further from enjoying the sensual pleasures, and if you want to be liberated in this life, we have the option, we have the freedom to choice. So we have the path, we have the capacity to um, get enlightened in this very life, if we practice, if we are diligent. So um, if we are if we are if we fade off with the sensual pleasures, we can start practicing, more, I would say, the noble eightfold path, and then practicing kind of a meditation. But meditation practice should be based on right view, I would say, wisdom. Meditation practice without wisdom would be, like would not bring expected results, or the results that would lead us to liberation. So here I want to say, like we already have enough merits in our life. If we want to liberate ourselves from the suffering and attain enlightenment, we have the opportunity in Buddhism. Buddhism teaches how to get enlightenment in this very life, out of through practicing necessary practices. So I want to finish my speech here. That is, if we want to continue our samsara or cycle of birth and death, enjoying sensual pleasure, enjoying benefits or pleasant um, feelings, pleasant, I would say, benefits, we can do meritorious deeds that is good enough to enjoy uh, good, pleasant life, whether we are reborn in the heaven or in as a human being, at least. Otherwise, we don't want to suffer. We don't want to be born as an animal. We don't want to suffer. How many lifetime we have to suffer after being born as an animal? So compared to being born in a even unpleasant human state, if we have good energy or positive energy, we have and we will be surely born in a pleasant, much benefited human life. So, and that is the first stage for ordinary people. For ordinary people, like us, we can practice meritorious deed that is just good enough to lead a peaceful life, or we would say to have a pleasant hereafter life. And also, if we feel that is not enough for us, we want to go further to attain the enlightenment. That means we also have the capacity. That is, we have to practice more of, I will say, the term kusala. That is the wholesome. That is different from the punya, meritorious deeds. So maybe later in some other time I can um, give speech on what is different between punya and kusala, the difference between meritorious deed and then wholesome deeds. So basically, meritorious deeds leads us to have pleasant rebirth, to enjoy much benefits, consequences of our good deeds. But kusala, it helping us to attain the enlightenment or to eradicate suffering. So these are the two, ways that I wanted to differentiate out of this story I brought out from the Sumana Sutta. So if anyone has question, I'm happy to answer as much as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chansara. If you have any question, you can ask.
Hi.
Hi.
Please get well. Take care of yourself so you can keep earning meritorious actions. We missed your face, and you're very sweet, and I'm sure you're practicing everything that you've just talked about. So, thank you.
Thank you so much for your kindness. You too, take care.
Thank you for your wise talk today. Drink lots of water and get better.
Thank you so much for your insight. Yes, I'm having green tea.
Good.
Hi, Venerable Chandrasara. Thank you for the talk. I have a question. During the talk, you mentioned a lot about the heaven. So make me confused. Is it the Buddhist, the heaven in Buddhism? Is it a same thing with the heaven in the Christian? Or the other religion, or is something different? Can you make clear about that? Thank you, Bante.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to give answer as much as possible short. Yeah, difference, huge difference between a Buddhist heaven and then heaven that is taught in other religions. So in Buddhism, we do not accept something like the God as a creator, but we believe we are the existence of heaven or heavenly beings that who are much different from us, who have long lifespan, everything. But in Christianity and other religion, heaven is different because they think heaven is their ultimate goal, and that is the kind of liberation from suffering from Buddhist perspective. But from Buddhist perspective, we know that we accept that even after born in heaven, heavenly beings also experience like old age kind of things. They have to pass away. That is not permanent. There is not an eternal life. According to Buddhist teachings, heaven is also not an eternal life. That is also impermanent. Maybe after enjoying thousands of lifespan, 1,000 years of lifespan, maybe a million years of human lifespan, again, they might have to be born somewhere else, maybe in the same heaven, or maybe some other heavens, or maybe they will come back to the human realm. So according to Buddhism, even heaven is not a permanent peaceful state, but it's very peaceful, comfortable, much more comfortable compared to the human life. But again, that is not on eternal peace according to Buddhist teaching. I think this is I gave you answer for that.
So that the heaven realm, the people, or what do you call that? The people in heaven, and can they get enlightenment?
Of course, but on condition. On condition. To get enlightened, at least Buddhas or someone who have enlightened in this human, they have to go there and teach them. Otherwise, they will not get enlightened. Or they have to come to the to listen to the Dhamma preached by Buddha or someone else. But there are enlightened beings. I mean, like there are 4 stages of enlightenment in Theravada Buddhism. So first stage, second stage, third stage, fourth stage. And here, any human being who died only attain the first stage of enlightenment, they can be born in the heaven. That means they are born as already with the first stage of enlightenment. Because like the Buddhist enlightenment does not decline even after that, until they will reach until the final stage of enlightenment. So yeah, on condition they can get enlightenment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bante.
All right, thank you, Chansara. We're going to chant page 4 and page 10. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them all. Deluding passion is inexhaustible. I vow to end them all. Dhamma gates are limitless. I vow to study them all. Buddha's way is supreme. I vow to attain it. May suffering things be suffering free, and the fair stock fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and the sick find health relief. Nguyện gì tự không được phổ cập ơn nên đặng dự chung sanh giới cộng an Phật đạo. Nguyện di thử không được phổ cập nhân thiên đặng dự chung sanh giới cộng than thần đạo. Nguyện di thử không được phổ cập nhân thiên đặng dự chung sanh giới cộng than Phật đạo. Thank you for everybody again. Next Sunday, Kusala is going to speak. Please come and join again next Sunday also. And Sendo is open every Sunday, so everybody can come. Around 10:30 to 12:30 we open. So if you want to come to the service and come and join with us, it's open every Sunday. And I think next Sunday, we're going to start the meditation 9:30. Sunday, 9:30, we're going to start meditation. 9:30 to 10:30 meditation, 1 hour meditation. So you can come and join for the meditation. And after that, you can join for the Sunday service also. Please remember that we are trying to do only the first Sunday, correct now?
Yes.
Yes, we'll see next Sunday. After that, we'll decide what to do. And I believe the Subodha also come and joined. He said he want to come and join also. So please try to come to the service if you have time. We will continue through the Zoom program because the teachers are different place. They are giving different lectures from different place. But if you come to the Sendo, so you have different feeling here. Thank you again for everybody here joined with us today. And by the power of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, by the power of all the meritorious deed we did here, and you all be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.